This is Top Accolade Global News Updates. I am Soy Bifa Jackarich. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warned China on Monday that Washington will not accept new industries being decimated by Chinese imports as she wrapped up 4 days of meetings to press her case for Beijing to rein in excess industrial capacity. Yellen told a press conference that U.S. President Joe Biden would not allow a repeat of the China shock of the early 2000s when a flood of Chinese imports destroyed about 2 million American manufacturing jobs. But she declined to threaten new tariffs or other trade actions should Beijing continue its massive state support for electric vehicles, batteries, solar panels, and other green energy goods. Yellen used her second trip to China in 9 months to complain that China's overinvestment has built factory capacity far exceeding domestic demand, while fast-growing exports of these products threaten firms in the US and other countries. She said a newly created exchange forum to discuss the excess capacity issue intensively would seek to tackle the issue, but would need time to reach solutions. Yellen drew parallels to the pain felt in the US steel sector in the past. Yellen added, "I have made it clear that President Biden and I will not accept that reality again. When the global market is flooded, that artificially cheap Chinese products," she said, "the viability of American and other foreign firms is put into question." Yellen added that her exchanges with Chinese officials had advanced American interest and the US concerns over excess industrial capacity were shared by allies in Europe, Japan, Mexico, Philippines, and other emerging markets. At least 94 people died, including children, and 26 are missing, capsized off the northern coast of Mozambique, an official from the country's Maritime Transport Institute said. The vessel was an overloaded fishing boat and was not licensed to transport people. Lourenco Machado, an administrator of Maritime Transport Institute, said on state television on Monday, "On Sunday, we registered a maritime incident where at least 94 people died when a barge carrying 130 people capsized. We have recovered 94 bodies and 26 are missing," he said. The boat was ferrying people from Longa in Nampula province to Mozambique Island, he said, adding that initial reports indicated that it was hit by a tidal wave. The passengers were fleeing a cholera outbreak, said state broadcaster TVM, citing another local maritime administrator. Because the boat was overcrowded and unsuited to carrying passengers, it ended up sinking, he told the BBC, adding that many children were among the dead. Videos posted on social media X showed many bodies lying on a beach and some people carrying the bodies of children. Mozambique and other countries in Southern Africa have been battling cholera outbreaks since last year. Donald Trump said he would outline his long-awaited policy on abortion on Monday, one that he suggested will be a compromise position with the potential to inflame both sides of the debates. In a post on Truth Social, Trump's social media platform, the Republican presidential candidate said that his policy will include exemptions for rape, incest, and to protect the life of the mother. While Trump did not provide further details, it seems likely that he will call for a federal ban less restrictive than the 6-week prohibition passed in states such as Florida and Georgia. As he has in the past, Trump argued that a more moderate position on abortion is necessary for Republicans to prevail in November's presidential and congressional elections. "We must use common sense in realizing that we have an obligation to the salvation of our nation, which is currently in serious decline, to win elections, without which we will have nothing other than failure, death, and destruction," Trump wrote. The regulation of abortion has been a matter left to individual states since the U.S. Supreme Court did away with constitutional protection for the procedure in a 2022 decision. Since securing the Republican nomination, Trump has been under pressure from anti-abortion groups and others to detail his stance. A less stringent proposal than a 6-week ban could make those anti-abortion advocates unhappy, while at the same time galvanizing abortion rights groups, which have warned that Republicans would seek a federal ban administration if they gain control of the White House and Congress. Democratic President Joe Biden has made Trump's opposition to abortion rights a key tenet of his re-election campaign. U.S. President Joe Biden will announce new plans to ease student debt that would benefit at least 23 million Americans, the administration said, addressing a key issue for young voters whose support he needs in the election this year. The plan, which Biden will detail in Madison, Wisconsin, include canceling up to $20,000 of accrued and capitalized interest for borrowers, regardless of income, which the administration estimates would eliminate the entirety of that interest for 23 million borrowers. Progressive voters, whom Biden hopes will support him in the November's election, have long urged the White House to address student loan debt. The issue remains high on the agenda of younger voters, many of whom have concerns about Biden's foreign policy on the war in Gaza and fault him for not achieving greater debt forgiveness. The new plans also include automatically canceling debts for borrowers who are eligible for certain forgiveness programs, who entered repayment decades ago, who enrolled in low financial value programs, or who are experiencing hardship. If the plans, which have to go through the public comment period, are finalized, they would take effect as early as this fall, White House spokesperson Karine Jean-Pierre said in a call with reporters. When combined with previous actions the Biden administration has taken, these plans would benefit over 30 million Americans, Jean-Pierre said. To date, the Biden-Harris administration has approved $146 billion in student debt relief for 4 million Americans, the administration said. Biden has vowed to continue working to deliver student debt relief to as many borrowers as possible in the wake of the Supreme Court's June 30th ruling blocking his plans to cancel hundreds of billions of dollars in debt. The administration has studied the Supreme Court's decision carefully in crafting the new plans, which would be done under Secretary Cardona's authority under the Higher Education Act, senior administration officer said. As of June 2023, approximately 43.4 million student loan recipients had $1.63 trillion in outstanding loans, according to the Federal Student Aid website. As Commerce Minister kicked off a trip to Europe by meeting top Chinese automakers BYD and CATL as he prepares to discuss an ongoing probe by the bloc into whether China's EV industry has benefited from unfair subsidies. Wang Wentao held a roundtable meeting in Paris on Sunday with representatives from more than 10 enterprises that also include Geely, according to a statement published by the Commerce Ministry on Monday. During this meeting, he reiterated Beijing's stance that Chinese EV firms do not rely on subsidies to gain a competitive advantage and said accusations by the US and Europe of overcapacity were groundless. China's electric vehicle companies rely on continuous technological innovation, perfect production and supply chain system, and full market competition for rapid development, not relying on subsidies to gain competition advantage, Wang said. He also told the Chinese government would actively support firms to safeguard their legitimate rights and interests. Four sources briefed on Wang's said in late March that the decision would focus on the European Commission investigation that began late last year and aims to determine whether to impose tariffs on exports to protect European car makers. China has a significant lead over European companies in developing low-cost EV models in particular. The investigation is due to conclude by November, although the EU executive could impose provisional duties earlier. He was also expected to attend a dinner later on Sunday with executives from the cosmetics industry, two other sources familiar with the plans said. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen is currently in China, where she has said global concerns are growing over China's excess industrial capacity, noting it is not healthy for China and is hurting producers in other countries. That is the size of top accolade global news updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Monday.